Welcome to this section in the Photoshop class. In this section, I'm going to cover the new generative AI features and this contextual taskbar in Photoshop, which is a relatively new update that really changes the game in terms of how to use Photoshop. If you are brand new to Photoshop, you might want to skip this section, learn the basics, learn how to do basic selections and edits, and then come back to this. However, if you know a little bit about how to navigate Photoshop and you want to jump right into these new features, let's get started. So down below at the bottom of Photoshop, when you have a layer selected, we've got this cute puppy here. This is my sister's puppy. What you'll notice is with a layer selected, you now have what's called the contextual taskbar. If you don't see it, go up to Window and it will be here, contextual taskbar. You can move this around, you can pin it to different places using this ... menu over here. But basically what it allows you to do with any sort of standard image is select the subject, remove the background, or open up an adjustments preset panel over here, or you can access other single adjustments like adjusting the brightness contrast, all of these things that we will see later in the course how to get to that in a different way, but here it's right from this little taskbar. This is also where we're going to do generative AI, but let me just switch over to this not so cute picture of a non-puppy. And here I can show you if I just click select subject, what it does is it selects the subject. And then if you know your way around Photoshop, you know you can do all sorts of things like copying, and now we have this duplicate layer of myself. And then if we didn't select the subject, you can quickly remove a background by clicking that remove background button. Now, what you might have noticed as well, if I clicked select subject, you notice that the bar changes to generative fill. So what that allows us to do is fill in this selection with AI. Now, I don't necessarily want to fill in myself, but I want to fill in the background. So I've clicked this button here that inverts the selection. And now what we can do is type into this little generative AI fill box anything you want. A beautiful beach sunset, click generate, and it's going to come up with 3 variations. You can select through them here down in the contextual taskbar, or you could select them over here. Now we might need to make some improvements to the selection before we add this background. We might want to change the prompt, which you can do over here in the property panel as well. But what you'll notice is that once it's generated, it adds this new layer with a layer mask that is actually sort of covering our layer. Now I'm going to pause here, and in the next lesson we're going to tackle the generative AI tool in more depth and show you a few different use cases. But for now, you understand that this is a new contextual taskbar. There's lots of things you can do with it. You can hide it if you don't want to see it or use it. You can pin the bar position to a different part of your screen. If you want it to stick right here, you can keep it there. And then if we go to another project, it's still there if you like having it in a specific spot. All right, I'll see you in the next lesson where we go over Gen AI.